Hello folks, I just got done with Matchday 16 update videos. If you have not checked that out, go check it out right now. But before we do Matchday 17 picks, I want to shout out to my dad because today is his birthday and I will always love you, Dad. And father and son, this channel wouldn't happen without you. You helped me to get to this moment to do these YouTube videos. And for those who subscribe to the channel, or if you're new, can we just give it a happy birthday to my dad, please? Because he was the real deal. He's the real person that did this. And without him, I may not be able to do these videos. And maybe I would have gone maybe playing football or playing basketball, or maybe just do a concert or something. Shout out to my dad. Happy birthday. Without further ado, let's get to MLS Matchday 17 prediction videos. And this is a huge one, huge week for today. We got St. Louis taking on San Jose at 2:30 p.m. Eastern game. St. Louis just, of course, coming off a disappointing result, but then managed to fire their first-time coach. And St. Louis fans are going to panic because they know they are the third club to fire their manager, despite the season's not over. They're going to take on San Jose, who are coming off a 1-0 win against LA Galaxy. I'll give this to a draw. I'll go with a 1-1 draw in St. Louis. Nashville taking on New York City Football Club at 4:30 p.m. Eastern game. Nashville with a draw to Columbus 2-2. Meanwhile, for New York City Football Club, a tough decimal loss to Houston. This game will be huge for both teams, but I'm going to go New York City Football Club. They will win this 2-1 against Nashville. Miami taking on Columbus at 7:30 p.m. Eastern game, and this is a huge game for both teams. Columbus coming off a draw to Nashville 2-2, while for Miami, they get a massive 4-2 win against Montreal. These two already met each other, I think, a couple weeks ago in Cleveland, home of the Cleveland Browns. Miami won that game, so I would give this a draw. Give me a 2-2 draw in this one. Montreal taking on New England at 7:30 p.m. Eastern game. New England coming off a draw to DC United and will look to keep that performance up against Montreal, who are basically they're hoping to finish the season off. Big game, but I'll go with a 1-1 draw. Cincinnati taking on DC United at 7:30 p.m. Eastern game. Cincinnati coming off a draw to Dallas 3-3. They're trying to get back in the win column against DC, who, yes, their season's still trying to get through this season. I'll go Cincinnati winning at 3-1. New York Red Bulls taking on Atlanta, 7:30 p.m. Eastern game. New York Red Bulls coming off a 4-2 win against Charlotte, and they will welcome the red-hot Atlanta United team, who are coming off two big wins at home against Cincinnati on Sunday, and a huge win on Wednesday or Thursday, I'm assuming, against Orlando. And this game's going to be huge in New York. Expect Atlanta to pull off a big win, and they were coming back against Orlando. So give me a 2-3 Atlanta win. Orlando taking on Chicago at 7:30 p.m. Eastern game. Orlando, listen. They lost to Atlanta 3-2. I get it. Should they be happy in this match? A tested Chicago Fire, who they have not won against Orlando since, I believe, 2012. If I'm wrong, I'll go with Orlando with a 2-0 win. Toronto taking on Charlotte at 7:30 p.m. Eastern game. Toronto coming off a tough loss, 2-1 loss to Philly. They welcome Charlotte, who are their future with their manager is going to be a big question for this match. This is huge for Charlotte because they got to keep up. They're trying to get in the playoff race. But being played in Toronto, you know Toronto fans are going to want this to be a huge win. I'll give it a 2-2 draw in this one. Dallas taking on Philly at 8:30 p.m. Eastern game. Dallas coming off a draw to Cincinnati, while for Philly, a huge win against Toronto. Big one for Dallas because they're coming off a loss to Seattle on Saturday, and then a draw to Cincinnati. Now they play Philly. I do expect Dallas to play tough against Philly, but Philly prevails with a 2-1 win. Houston taking on Kansas City, 8:30 p.m. Eastern game. And for Houston, how impressive with a 3-0 win against New York City Football Club. And they're going to welcome Kansas City in this game. And I will take a draw 0-0. San Diego taking on Austin FC at 10:30 p.m. Eastern game. And for San Diego, coming off a heartbreaking loss to Seattle on the road, they welcome Austin, who come off a draw against Real Salt Lake. Give me Austin. Give me Austin winning a 2-1 win. LA Galaxy taking on Real Salt Lake at 10:30 p.m. Eastern game. Real Salt Lake with a draw to Austin. And they got to travel to LA and play the Galaxy, who I'm assuming all LA fans are going to just say, hey, sell our tickets. We don't want to go to these LA Galaxy games anymore because they are already at the bottom of the league. Yeah, I think this should be a huge game, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Here's a special prediction game. LAFC versus Club America at 10:30 p.m. Eastern game. This is huge, and I'll do this for Spanish people also. But we'll start with LAFC. Why is these two clubs in this? Well, for LAFC, they are the heavy favorites for this one, and they're trying to come up to go to the Club World Cup, which is impressive. It's an impressive season for them. They welcome Club América. Now, if we know Club América very well, el América ganó 3 títulos y tenía un chance para ganar 4, pero perdieron contra Toluca en la semana pasada. Entonces, buena match, sí. Y va a estar jugando en LAFC. This game's going to be very huge for both clubs. These are two big giants in the United States. Because this is played in LA, I do want to pick LAFC, but you got to give it to Club America. So, give me Club America. They win it 1-1, and we go to penalties. America wins it 4-3 in penalties. Let's go to Sunday Soccer Night, presented by Apple TV. It is Seattle taking on Minnesota at 6 p.m. Eastern game. Seattle coming off a 1-0 win against San Diego. And they welcome Minnesota, who are coming off a draw against Vancouver. This should be a fun one. And again, being played in Seattle, it is going to be tough. Give me Seattle winning it 2-0. And that's it, folks. If you have not seen my other videos, go check them out on my channel. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell for more sports news. Also, do not miss the game that I just earlier talked about. LAFC versus Club America. The winner is going to have a chance to go to the Club World Cup, which is in 2 weeks. So I will, once that match is over, expect me probably next week to do a Club World Cup prediction video. And we will be excited. Cannot wait for the Club World Cup to come in the United States. So we wish those the best of luck. And again, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.